Hello and welcome back to Medium Rare. My name is Rag Reynolds and today we have 4 stories to talk about. So the first thing we're talking about today, ladies and gentlemen, is Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon. He has just announced that he is donating $10 billion to help fight climate change. Jeff posted to his Instagram account saying, "Today I'm thrilled to announce that I am launching the Bezos Earth Fund. Climate change is the biggest threat to our planet. I want to work alongside others both to amplify known ways and to explore new ways of fighting the devastating impact of climate change on this planet we all share. This global initiative will fund scientists, activists, NGOs, any effort that offers a real possibility to help preserve and protect the natural world. We can save Earth. It's going to take collective action from big companies, small companies, nation states, global organizations, and individuals. I'm committing $10 billion to start and will begin issuing grants this summer. Earth is the one thing we all have in common. Let's protect it together. Jeff." If you're unaware, Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world, and $10 billion works out about 7.7% of his estimated $130 billion net worth. This donation also appears to be the second single largest charitable donation made ever, beaten only by Warren Buffett when he once donated $37 billion to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Now, if you ask me, obviously this is a good thing. Any sort of giving to charity is always good. It doesn't matter how small amount of money, it doesn't matter how large an amount of money, any giving is always good. But as always, some people are not happy. Some people just cannot be happy when rich people give money to charities. Some people are just upset that they only gave 7.7% of their wealth. Why can't they give 50% of their wealth? Personally, to me, that is ridiculous. I've been seeing people all over Twitter complaining that Jeff is only paying $10 billion when he has $130 billion. They're saying he should pay all of that money, almost all of it. No one needs $130 billion. Personally, I think regardless of what you think about who needs how much money, we should just be glad he's donating anything. Because honestly, Jeff doesn't need to donate anything. He is choosing to donate it. And I think that's the case with anyone. It doesn't matter if you're someone who doesn't have that much money. You choose to donate $5. That's you doing a good deed. If you're someone who's rich and you choose to donate $1 million, that's you doing a good deed. Any sort of charitable giving is always good. And I think it's very much down to the individual to decide how much they would like to pay in a charitable donation. It's not for anyone else to decide. You might think that it should be a lot more than someone else does, but that's that person's decision. It's not for us to decide you should be paying this much. However, I do have to acknowledge that there is some hypocrisy here. There is some concern about Jeff. I mean, as far as how much he's paying, I think that's entirely his business. But there are some good points being made. For example, this guy Hamza on Twitter says Amazon's 2018 carbon emissions totaled 44.4 million metric tons, similar to large power companies. Amazon threatened employees with termination who publicly criticized its climate policies. Amazon's cloud service is aggressively expanding into the fossil fuel market. Now, obviously, I acknowledge here fully that it's kind of hypocritical for Jeff to on one hand be saying, let's save the planet, here's $10 billion to do that, when on the other hand his company is actually a huge cause of climate change. His company is over here doing all these other things that are directly in contrast, directly fighting against what now Jeff is actually funding. Anyway, be sure to let me know what you think about this in those comments down below. I am intrigued to know. And the next thing we're talking about today is Jake Paul. And no, we're not talking about Jake Paul because his brother Logan was caught being cozy in public with the woman that Jake fake married months ago. We're talking about Jake today for 2 reasons. We have 2 stories about Jake here, but we're going to start with this one. And this one's about a little scam he's running. Jake Paul posted on Twitter saying, "Our education system is worthless. I'm fed up. If I die, I want to die having made a real difference on the world. If you're confused at what the event is tomorrow, basically I'm sick of our education system and how it's teaching kids 0 real life skills for them to secure their own future. I'm creating a movement for everyone who wants to take life into their own hands and learn real life skills from actual professionals. Why are kids sitting in film class learning from a teacher who has never even made a film? And that's just one example. I was the kid in class who was the smartest but couldn't apply myself because I thought it was stupid to be sitting there, but it's all we were taught. I'm just not letting it go anymore without doing something about it. And reading that, honestly, I'm just sitting here thinking, you were the smartest kid in your class? Really? I, for some reason, do not believe that. Jake later posted, if you want to start learning real life skills that the education system doesn't teach you, I'm creating a movement. Join FFM.com. No, this is not about a threesome. Don't worry, you can continue watching even if you are in your place of work. Why are you sitting in school learning the quadratic formula and not learning how to actually make money? So here we go. Let's have a look at Jake Paul's website. The Financial Freedom Movement. Okay. How to live life on your terms, achieve your dream goals, and have financial freedom. They say we're entitled and lazy. They tell us to go to college, get a job, retire at 65. How's that working out for us? There's over $1 trillion in student loan debt and people with an outdated education who can't even get a job for the student loans they took out that now haunt them for life. Maybe you're too young to have experienced this yet, but if you're not, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've had enough of it. Our generation is better than this. We deserve better. So what's the solution? We need to create a movement for our generation. One that inspires people to take action, to achieve their dreams, not the dreams our parents have for us or society. We need a movement that inspires people to live life on their terms, not someone else's. A movement that anyone who's courageous enough to follow can have a much higher chance of becoming financially free from all the societal cookie-cutter life 9-to-5 jobs we are all told to have. Our future is in our hands. Are you with me? What you get when you become a movement maker: cutting-edge mentorship, coaching, and training from multiple millionaires, expert trainers, and thought leaders on how to achieve financial freedom using social media and the internet. Jake Paul's personal experience, rituals, and secret formula. Live weekly video coaching calls with Jake Paul. What is that picture? That looks like the front cover of some really cringy teen boy band album or something. A private community. Plus, you'll learn directly from my top millionaire instructors, with more to be named soon, sharing their best advice and processes for success. And then if you scroll down, you can read his frequently asked questions, and these are a little amusing as well. What if I don't have $20 to join? That's all the more reason you should find a way to access this information. Have your parents invest for you by sharing with them the letter to parents at the bottom of this page. So basically, Jake Paul here is saying if you can't afford it, that's even more reason as to why you should give me your money. Oh Lord. How much time do I need to commit to this? I would say 30 to 60 minutes per day is an awesome goal. You know, let's just stop there for a second. You're basically encouraging kids to drop out of school because school is not necessary. You dropped out of school at grade 11. And you're encouraging other kids. You're saying school's stupid, it's boring, you don't need it, it's irrelevant. And you're saying instead of that, they should use your educational program for 30 to 60 minutes a day. You're going to cut down from what, 6, 7, 8 hours of school every day to 30 to 60 minutes. And you think that's enough learning for young people? I have my issues with the standard education systems across the world, especially in the UK and the US. I have issues. I acknowledge these systems are flawed. They are not teaching kids certain things they need to be taught. But to say that they only need to spend 30 to 60 minutes a day learning, and to say that you are the person to now teach them things, to me is just insanity. And makes me think, and points to me, it tells me that your entire thing here is a sham. It's for Jake Paul to make money. Jake Paul's trying to bring in the cash. And let's have a look. You put out this little letter to parents. If you're already paying for Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime, This is a no-brainer. Those things aren't helping your child or their future, are they? Whereas for only $19.99 per month, your child has access to world-renowned experts who have taught and impacted over 1 million students around the globe. This is your chance to show you are truly committed as a parent. Jake Paul is now saying that by buying his online course, you prove you're committed as a parent. I don't even know where to start on that. And if you look further at his website, you click on join, you can see that it's supposed to be $40 a month to join, but currently you can get it for $20 a month, and also yearly access. $480 for a year, now 70% off, $150. Honestly, this thing, I think it's ridiculous. Jake Paul is in no position to be starting some sort of online education program in place of school. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in those comments down below. And now, as I said earlier, we actually have another Jake Paul story to talk about, but talking about Jake is honestly just so tiring. So I'm going to break this up. I'm going to take a little break here and talk about something else. And this thing I'm going to talk about now is actually something I found to be pretty cool. The Crown Prince of Dubai posted this video with the caption, "A major milestone in the quest to achieve 100% autonomous human flight." Now, I don't know about you, but doesn't that look really, really cool? I love that. That is amazing. That makes me happy. That makes me excited to see what the future holds. It also makes me a little bit scared and uneasy. Like, I'm not sure how comfortable I'd be strapping myself into one of those, but it would be pretty cool, you have to admit. But yet again, reactions on Twitter have disappointed me, because when I look online, I just see people complaining. We have people saying, it looks to have a significant carbon footprint. All I see is pollution. Doesn't look terribly environmentally friendly. And I'm just sitting here like, who cares? Like, sure, it's good to be nice and environmentally friendly, but we're looking at this thing that's been made that is amazing. This is a breakthrough in technology. This is amazing to look at. And what you're concerned about is the carbon footprint. One person using one of these things one time for a demonstration is not going to make much difference. I'm sure planes give off far more carbon emissions than this thing did for that video. Yet people fly places all the time. People still take private jets across the world. I would maybe see your point if every person suddenly replaced their car with one of these things. Sure, maybe then you're going to have a lot of carbon emissions and it's going to be terrible for the planet. But once or twice as a little demonstration, we're not seeing these things flying around all the time. People need to stop being so sour. People need to stop being so negative. Look at how smart people are. Look at what human beings have achieved and congratulate it. Stop looking for the negative and everything. It's honestly just so tiring. Anyway, let me know what you think about this story in those comments down below. Am I wrong? Am I just ignoring something that's a super serious issue? Am I just trivializing that? Let me know. And speaking of things that are tiring and negative and all the rest of it, we're talking about Jake Paul again, and Jake Paul, ladies and gentlemen, has cured anxiety. Just wait for this one. Wait for this one. Jake Paul tweeted this out. "Remember, anxiety is created by you. Sometimes you gotta let life play out and remind yourself to be happy and that the answers will come. Chill your mind out. Go for a walk. Talk to a friend." And as someone kindly pointed out on Twitter, we have a neat little graph here. The world after seeing Jake Paul's recent tweet. Anxiety rate drops to 0%. We also saw some other tweets, such as this girl who posted this video throwing away her anxiety medication because Jake Paul cured her forever. Congrats, girl. Jake Paul later followed up with another tweet saying, everyone clowning my tweet, but it's now spreading more awareness about anxiety, which I didn't even know was a thing till I was 18, but had it my whole life and never knew how to deal with it. If you think you have it or want to deal with it, try reading this. We saw some responses to this, such as Sky Williams saying, nobody is clowning on your tweet. Your tweet is dangerous to your young impressionable audience. Anxiety is bad enough as it is. But now you're trying to make it seem like it's our fault that we feel anxious. It's just so invalidating and short-sighted, so you should delete it. Just admit that the tweet was ridiculous and move on. But of course, we still had some Jake Paul fans in these replies trying to defend him, such as, it's okay Jake, they're just haters. Don't worry, we got you. Don't mind them, Jake. They will hate you for no reason at all, for everything you do. And as far as what I think here, you can probably guess. I think Jake Paul is a big dum-dum. But hey, that's just what I think. Let me know what you think in those comments down below. And that's where I'm going to end today's video, everyone. I'm feeling a little drained today. I'm not feeling too great. I haven't been the last few days. I think I'm on a little come-up-and storm. I'm getting back to feeling good. We'll get there. Anyway, as always, be sure to let me know what you thought about any and all of today's subjects in those comments down below. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell if you haven't done that as well. Make sure to check out my links in the description down below, such as a link to my Twitter, my Instagram, my Twitch, my Patreon if you want to support the channel, as my videos are often demonetized. I could go on a rant about that, but I'm not going to right now. And as always, everyone, until next time, my name is Rag Reynolds, and this was Medium Rare.